I believe that every man should talk to women all the time. And I don't mean that like in a lustful way. I'm saying like if you talk to women all the time, you're either gonna gain something or you're either gonna lose something. But either way, you still win at the end. So let me explain. Being rejected is really one of like the best things that can happen to you. Like look at Jay-Z for example. Like no insult to Jay-Z. I mean, people growing up, people always said I look like Jay-Z. So no insult to him. But you think Jay-Z would be a billionaire status? Have Beyonce as his wife if he didn't get insulted when he was younger? I mean, I'm just assuming. I'm just assuming here. I mean, I don't know if he'd been insulted as he was younger, but I'm just assuming here. But there was some type of drive that got him to where he's at because I've never met a man in comfort who grew. Most men who grow, who become rich, famous, power, it was some type of pain that got them there, unless they were already, born in this type of hierarchy already. But if they come from the bottom going up, it was always a pain that just motivated them to say, never again. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Pain and rejection is a man's best friend. Earlier this week, right, I was talking to someone that I really like. We was talking on the phone. She expressed to me that she doesn't like me, right? Then I asked, hey, why don't you like me? Did I do something wrong? I was like, am I ugly? Do I not know how to dress? Do I stink? What is it? She said, you're a fat motherfucker. That's verbatim. That's what she said. And there's two reactions I could have had. I could have said, no, fuck you, or instead the other reaction I had is like, actually when she said that, I actually did have a donut right in front of me too. What you think I did? I took that donut, I threw away the donut, and then ate an apple. But had she not told me that, I would have been stuffing myself down with a donut and getting bigger and getting fatter, getting bigger. So that type of pain, that type of rejection helps a lot. So I don't lose. Did I get rejected? Yes. But did I lose? No, because now I'm like, oh damn, let me take care of my health. People out here calling me fat motherfucker. Let me get started on like what else helps with like talking to women. Rejection causes mental toughness. Like when you keep getting rejected over and over, it kind of like creates well, depending on who you are, obviously, but it should help you to become more disciplined. Like to kind of like create like develop an armor where now if you talk to someone, they insult you or they say they don't like this about you, it hurts less because you just been getting rejected over and over and over and over again. So it makes you tougher mentally. The next thing that helps is communication skills because now you're learning what works and what doesn't work. Like maybe you spoke to 100 women, right? Only 20 of them spoke back to you. And then you start to realize, what was it that I said to those 20 women that spoke back to me? Right. And I'm not even using this to like be a player or anything like that. Like these type of skills you can use on the workforce, school, anything. Like it's not just to be like, to be a player and get women. No. These type of skills can be used in all aspects of your life. So talking to women also helps you develop patience and emotional control. So if you're talking to women and maybe one says she likes you, right? Maybe, she gets emotional. She may be upset about something and you learn how to have patience, discernment, and how to love, how to not to get upset easily because you want to satisfy the person to make sure the person feels good, right? The next reason why you should talk to women is because of it helps with your confidence and your self-image. So for example, if someone says, I don't want to talk to you because you're not dressed well. Now okay, last time I talked to her I was in a t-shirt. But now I know, okay, next time I approach women, I need to make sure I'm dressed up, right? And again, this helps with every aspect of your life. Now it's not just going to be just approaching women, but now like, okay, in general, where you go out, you need to be more dressed up. Whether you're going to school, maybe even going to the store, because you don't know who you're going to run into. You might run into a millionaire, right? And you may have a business idea you can spit in, but if you're dressed down, they're not going to take you seriously. But because you were already dressed up when you just went to the grocery store, now you have a better chance of communicating because, image is everything. So because you were rejected by that girl because of how you were dressed, it motivated you, it pushed you to get dressed better. So now you're perceived differently in a better way in public. So the next thing that helps with talking to women is actually discipline. So hopefully as you're talking to women, you're learning, you're getting better, and maybe you're scoring. And I'm not talking about sexually, I'm talking about like women are liking you, they're taking you on dates, you're getting better as a person, right? When that happens, it's like a funny thing with like Spider-Man, like with great power comes great responsibility. But don't take advantage. Have discipline. Don't go sleeping with all these women. Have discernment. Just because all these women are starting to like you because you're becoming better, you're bettering yourself, does not mean you fall for lust. No, you don't do that. Which instead, you're just saying, okay, you understand the dynamics of how people work. Not just women, but just how people work in general. Right? How to become more likable, how to become more agreeable, more approachable. Like you're learning these things as you're dating and being liked. But again, because you develop this power, or I should say this knowledge, don't use it in a negative way. Learn how to use it for, like I said, learn how to be disciplined and using other aspects of your life. This is like somebody who knows how to box, right? Like, you could be the best boxer in the world, but you still have to be disciplined not to go hitting random people, right? Because you could be the best boxer, but somebody, a bullet's gonna stop you, Discipline matters. Next thing that helps with talking to women is humility. Sometimes some of us may be a bit conceited, right? And us getting rejected, it's like a daily reminder, like, well, okay, maybe we're not all that. Like we like to think we are sometimes. And that rejection just humbles us to like, hey, all right, relax. Sometimes a lot of us think we're God, so we're not God. So it's important that we get denied or rejected. It helps a lot to like really set us in our place. The last gift of talking to women or chasing women is you develop the skill of persistence. Well, again, this really does have a lot to do with who the person is, because when you're being rejected, you learn to not let that hinder you or stop you, because you learn that, okay, even though this girl said no to me, the next girl may not say no to me. So you learn to keep going. You keep going. Maybe, they say it's like a numbers game when it comes to dating. You try to talk to 10 women, right? Maybe one is going to say yes. So it teaches you how to be persistent. But again, it does matter on the person, because there are people, when they get rejected the first time, they're out of field. They leave the game, the whole game. They're done. Like, they don't want to talk to the next woman. They don't want to do that. Like, and so it really does depend on the person. But even so, that should teach you, if you get rejected, to keep going. Don't stop. And then that would transfer into every other aspect of your life. So for example, if you're into business, find a job. Even school, you learn, like, for example, let's say school. Instead, you're saying like, okay, you signed up for this school, you got rejected, cool, no problem. There's all these other schools you can sign up for, where you eventually get it. Same for a job. You're getting rejected, all these rejection letters, but that won't stop you, because eventually one is going to say yes. You keep applying for these jobs. So I know this is more of a man's advice, but a lot of this also can help with women as well. And guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you watched this far, please give me a like, please subscribe, and thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.